Do we want to talk about the college scam scandal?
Yeah, this is hilarious.
This is fucking great. Actresses, CEOs among those arrested in a college admission scam. So this broke right before the show.
So basically, William H. Macy's wife and Aunt Becky from fucking Full House are involved in this.
Yes.
I just want to point out, too, Lori Loughlin is the actress's name.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, the top 3 trending in the United States on Twitter is number 3 trend is Lori Loughlin.
Okay.
The number 2 trend is Felicity Huffman.
Okay.
The number 1 trend is Aunt Becky because
They don't even know her name.
People don't even know this broad's name.
Oh, no. Oh,
your character's
no.
trending 2 spots above your real name.
News alert now, a nationwide college admissions cheating scam reportedly involving some of the country's most well-known actresses and chief executives. According
let's
to
be fair.
Come on, man. Well-known actresses.
Yeah, country's best-known actresses.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah.
We're really pushing it with that description.
Various reports now, actresses Felicity Huffman and Lori Loughlin are
Both of which old broads who could still get it.
Lori Loughlin especially.
Felicity Huffman could still get it too.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not saying she can't, but I'm saying out of the two, though,
Out
you
of
go,
the two,
you go on
obviously,
Becky.
pick right, but I'm just saying if that one was like, hey, you want to fuck? I'd be like, yeah, for
Yeah,
an
sure,
older
why not,
broad,
yeah.
you could get it.
among those involved. The suspects allegedly paying bribes to get their kids into elite colleges, including Yale, Stanford, Georgetown, and USC.
Oh, it was more than just, I thought it was just USC.
No, the Aunt Becky one, I think, was the one that was the USC one. So this came out, of course, here's the indictments. This is from CBS San Francisco.
In the largest college admissions scam ever prosecuted by the Department of Justice. We've charged 50 people nationwide with participating in a conspiracy that involved first
Whoever uploaded this
cheating
video
on
should be
college
charged.
entrance exams.
You want to know
meaning
who
the
uploaded it? CBS San Francisco.
That's some great fucking packet loss.
Good job,
there.
boys.
Some nice fucking rendering you did.
SAT and the ACT. And second, securing admission to elite colleges by bribing coaches at those schools to accept certain.
It's so low quality, it kind of looks like a Chappelle skit.
It's
right. It just doesn't look real, like a skit.
No, it feels like we're watching a clip of a college admission scandal from 1997 on C-SPAN.
They're about to start smoking a cigarette
This
while
is
answering questions.
unacceptable, dude.
Students under false pretenses. In return for bribes, these coaches agreed to pretend that certain applicants were recruited competitive athletes.
Holy Owen Benjamin.
Yeah, I know.
When in fact, the applicants were not. As the coaches knew, the students' athletic credentials had
Whoa. So they had got the coaches in these universities, because what they were doing is, because they have a finite amount of scholarships they could give, they paid off these allegedly paid off these coaches to go, hey, fucking Billy Smith over here, son of some actor, we need to give him one of the scholarship credits. And let's face it, it's lacrosse, and Yale lacrosse isn't killing it this year.
Nobody cares.
So they were giving the college athlete scholarships to people that weren't even playing on teams. That's
fucked up.
Dude, that's fucking weird.
It's fucked up.
been fabricated. Overall, today we have charged 3 people who organized these scams, 2 SAT or ACT exam administrators,
Whoa. They were paying off the SAT administrator. Holy fuck.
This is bad.
Whoa, this is way worse than I thought.
is
Hold
bad.
on. I thought it was just kind of a pay-for-play thing, which is bad, but
This is bad.
you know what
No,
happens.
This is bad.
But they were paying off SAT
Honestly,
and ACT people?
Can I just say something?
Yeah.
This is great, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Fuck colleges. Like, fuck the entire...
Absolutely.
Fuck the entire post-high school education system. I am so happy. I hope there's indictments. I hope there's lawsuits. I hope there's class action suits.
They were rigging the SATs.
1 exam proctor, 1 college administrator, 9 coaches at elite schools, and 30...
9 coaches? I'm sorry to keep pausing. This is the
These
first
niggas
time
are
I'm
getting
hearing this.
arrested, dude. They're all arrested.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't like...
9
this isn't
coaches?
This isn't like a, you're going to step down, and boy, are you going to be disgraced. Like,
Yeah,
these,
no,
these
this is-
motherfuckers are getting arrested.
Yeah, this is, no, you're going to jail.
33
I love
parents who paid enormous sums to guarantee their children's admission to certain schools through the use of bribes and fake academic and athletic credentials.
By the way, at the same time, while all this was happening, this scummy shit was happening, the NCAA was kicking kids out of teams because a friend bought them McDonald's and it broke some NCAA rule.
Oh my God, you're right. They were looking for any reason.
Any reason.
Remember
reason.
Remember that episode of remember the Sopranos, the dad that had the gambling problem, and he was into Tony for a bunch of money, and he came home, so he just yelled at his kid and took his truck away.
Yeah,
and he went over and gave it to Tony. He was like, "There's mud on the tire. I told you no off-roading." He just takes the truck and drives it to Tony. And he's like, "Yeah." Like that's what this feels like. Like you said, they're just walking around looking for anything. Is that a fucking French fry container on it? You're out of this college, but and the kid's like going home.
Wait, what?
They used to go back and work at Jiffy Lube, and meanwhile, fucking Aunt Becky's retarded kid gets to come to Yale.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
So fucked up. These are, by the way, these are the same people who moral fag, and who go, look, man, we got to let more brown people into this country, and we got to look out for oppressed trans people of color because they're the ones that are marginalized, and the poor and the queer people out there on the streets. And then they're like, look, here's $500,000. You keep my kid at an Ivy League school away from all of those disgusting degenerates. You hear me?
Yeah, I mean, look, it's good for them, but not for me. We can't have this here.
Central defendant in the scheme, William Singer, will plead guilty today to charges of racketeering conspiracy, money laundering.
These are the same people that go, President Trump's a piece of shit because he used his money to defer and get out of the draft. Really?
William Singer. Look up the origin of that name. What do you think? William Singer's the main dude. Where do you think that's... Where do you think William Singer
I'm not
comes
looking it up.
Look up Singer real quick.
I'm not looking it up.
Why?
Because we know what that is. We know what Singer is.
Okay, good.
Charges of racketeering conspiracy, money laundering conspiracy, conspiracy to defraud the United States, and obstruction of justice. Singer allegedly ran a college counseling service and something called the Key Worldwide Foundation,
Where he was funneling money.
Which is basically what you wrote the check to.
This is because when I first heard the breaking news, I was like, "Oh, so a couple actors got caught trying to get." This is big fucking.
It's going to be money laundering.
Oh,
yeah, this is bad. This is
fucking.
This is RICO. This will end up being RICO.
Oh yeah. It's using a charitable organization to funnel your money through.
Again, though, these are the same people that I bet you, if you want to look it up right now, I bet you could find Felicity Huffman. I bet you find Aunt Becky and all these other bitches shit talking all these conservatives and these disgusting, poor fucking disgusting hillbilly trash that voted for Trump that live in the shitty southeast of the United States. Disgusting fucking scum. Meanwhile, you're pushing those people's kids out of college with your money. Oh, there's so many things wrong with this. And how many black kids you want to get that got kicked out of college?
Well, but if they're giving up athletic scholarships, then of course they are. Think about it, because what they were basically giving away athletic scholarship spots.
Oh boy.
2011 and 2018, wealthy parents paid Singer about $25 million in total to guarantee.
That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money.
In 7 years, since 2011, 2018, so this is up until right next year.
$5 million.
$25 million? Dude, you're right. That's federal. That's money laundering. That's, like you said, RICO stuff. That is big. That's not a joke. Like, that's not like, hey, I'm going to give you $50,000 and get him. We'd be in trouble, but it wouldn't be that bad. Like, in the same way that Cam Newton's dad, I don't know if you remember, Cam Newton's dad was asking Auburn for like $200,000, but to pay the money to him for Cam Newton to go there. And of course they got caught. And of course got to give it to his dad. Dad goes, Cam had nothing to do with it. He took the full blame. And now Cam Newton is an NFL quarterback. But
I'm sure Daddy gets taken care of.
Daddy gets taken care of.
That shit was all me. I was just talking out of turn.
Yeah.
That was mine. I'll do the time. Sit back. Kid, just go to Carolina. Just take care of business.
Whatever. Get the money.
Children's admission to elite schools, including Yale, Georgetown, Stanford, the University of Southern California.
Does not one of these things is not like the other.
And Arizona State University.
What the right though?
You're right.
Harvard, Princeton, Notre Dame. And the University of Arizona, and you're like, what?
And Evergreen College.
I would have liked to have seen Aunt Becky's daughter on Backroom Casting Couch. That would have been dope.
You know who else was caught in this? Everest. Yo, man, you want to get into college?
Imagine the black guy from Everest, the spokesperson.
What's up, dude?
Getting arrested.
Yeah. I'm yelling at you because you're probably high because you're home from work.
Yeah, actually, the representative from Everest College is suspected to have taken upwards of $7,000 in the course of this 5 years.
Yeah. They would pay them to reject their kid from the school.
And they're like, that's going to cost you. We've never rejected anybody. People are really going to be suspicious.
All you have to do to get in is be able to open the door physically. And that's
have a prepaid debit card.
From what is it? One Bank United, the Black Bank. What bank was it? The one with the African king on it. 28% interest rate. Sorry, this is serious, guys.
The University of Texas, UCLA, and Wake Forest.
Okay, again, Wake Forest. No, but you know why you're hearing some of those
Wake
names?
Forest has a decent basketball team.
But that's why you're hearing some of those names. That's why you're saying real good schools, because the other schools are sports colleges, and that makes sense now because we know that they were giving up athletic scholarships, and they get more athletic scholarships. So that's what was going on. That's why you see some schools like Wake Forest is a football school, basketball school. Same thing with USC, football school, basketball school. So that's why you're seeing some of these football schools mixed in with like actual universities like Yale. That's the only time you'll ever see Yale and Wake Forest on the same list ever.
Beyond enriching himself, Singer used that money to bribe college officials,
Okay.
Division I coaches.
Division I coaches, dude.
That's bad. That is the top.
Those are the coaches that get paid a couple mil a year to coach. Those are Division I coaches are some of the coaches that leave the NFL.
I was actually going to say the opposite. I was going to say Division I coaches are the ones that turn down NFL offers.
Exactly.
No, I'm good. I'm king.
going back.
I live like a king in this city. Are you kidding me?
You think Nick Saban will never take another NFL deal ever again?
No, because Nick
He's
Saban,
royalty in
he
Alabama.
can go coach the New York Giants for 20 years, and guess what? He ain't getting a statue of himself
No.
in New York City. But you get a statue on
In
the
Alabama?
campus. You fucking
Oh,
kidding
yeah.
me?
Oh, yeah.
They'll name the whole campus after you. They'll name the football field after you. And you're not going to get that.
They'll name
anymore.
it the Nick Saban Memorial Football Field while he's still alive and coaching.
Yeah, Nick Saban could protect pedophiles, and they'll still have a statue of him like Penn State.
Dude, yeah, you're right. Oh, my God.
Here's a celebrated coach guys for championships. You're like, all right, relax.
Calm down.
A lot of kids got raped. You fucking calm down. Remember they just defended Paterno like
Like
the death?
crazy.
And the thing was, like, nobody was saying Paterno fuck kids, but it was
No.
like, clearly, though, he needs to step down.
'Cause he
Remember he
knew
wouldn't
about it,
step
yeah.
down? That was the problem when they were like, dude, you got to look, you're 900 years old. Go home. We're
Legal
not even gonna,
class.
we'll still pay you.
They were still going to pay
That's
him.
the whole thing. They were like, we'll still pay. Just sit home. You can even come to the games and stand
Yeah.
on the sidelines. You just can't be
The
listed
coach.
as the coach. And he was like, no, I'm going to stay. I don't know. I was the Pacino version of.
Well, it's the same thing. New bag. It's a couple Streamlabs before. I'm a new fag who doesn't use Discord. I did intend to come over here for the BS inside jokes. These IBS hosts are on funny as fuck and have to self-consume to survive. You guys are funny as fuck. Praise Media Matters for bringing us base Tuck Goldmine. $3 from OJ's White Bronco. Great news. They're bringing back BET Comic View and have tryouts in Orlando. You guys want to shake it up a bit?
But I will say this about the Miami trip, too, because the people that do are well-meaning about it.
Oh, yeah.
You understand if we get there and Worski and Ethan Ralph and all them start acting like fags, like, the bars are 24 hours. We'll go set up a stream at a bar and sit there.
I have,
the
like,
two of us.
I know people.
I don't care. Like, this isn't...
I'll call John and we'll hang out. We got people to hang with.
I got hoes down
Yeah,
there. We got
we-
all kinds
yeah,
of shit
we're
in Miami.
fine.
Miami's one of those towns he and I are both comfortable
Yeah, I've
being
lived
like,
my whole life. I'm fine
yeah,
there.
We can go anywhere and go, this is gay. I'll go
Let's go
somewhere
here.
else.
And Filipino Shade, did you know they also bribed a bunch of Navy veterans with Ivy League admissions? I personally know several female and minority sailors who were approached to fulfill quotas and to use their veteran status as a GI Bill. I fell for it. Look up the USS Liberty incident.
That's very funny.
Fuck
very
you,
funny.
Kevin. I fell for it like an
Walk
idiot.
right into that one. But
Whoa,
no, I don't know if you know this too, that the reason, guys, that this whole story broke open originally, because this is all the details are still coming out. It's actually a woman that one of the coaches was cheating on his wife with, who was like really pissed off and scorned about it. If you guys look up the Loughlin affair, that's what blew this whole thing open. What happened? What?
Look, in reality, here's what happened. Okay. So Aunt Becky and some actresses, like, what is acting but lying, right? So there's this documentary about actresses trying to get into school. It's called The Greatest Lie Ever Told. And if you should watch it, it's really, really
Greatest
good.
story.
Greatest story. Sorry, ever told. I apologize. Damn it, Royce.
Nice Freudian slip. Greatest lie ever told.
That was Freudian. I guess when you watch it so many times.
Yeah,
Sorry. If it was a VHS tape, it would have, VHS tape would have the tracking marks when you would rewind it too much.
We killed 6 million of a particular group, and at the end of the war, somehow we ended up with more of those people.
It's weird.
It was weird.
It's weird.
It was weird.
Okay, let's finish this one off here.
College exam administrators, all to secure admission for the children of his clients, not on their merits, but through fraud. Singer's foundation purported to be a charitable organization.
This is where it's going to get him.
But was actually a front Singer used to launder the money that parents paid him, of which he would then take a portion and dole it out as bribes to coaches and others.
This is fair. This is America.
This is the mafia. Like, what you're hearing is a mafia. This is a mafia scenario.
More specifically, with respect to the SAT.
Now, I prefer when the mafia. I would prefer when the mafia used to do shit like this, because then they would at least sell the college admissions to the highest bidder. It would be pure capitalism.
Good point.
It wouldn't be cronyism.
Yeah.
It would just be like, hey, you got any kids that want to go to college? You got about $100,000. I get them right in USC. Fucking quarterback. He'll be a starting quarterback.
Taking his wife's wedding ring to a pawn shop.
I'm just imagining my mother being approached by one of her mafia friends growing up, being like, "Listen, you want your boy to be the starting quarterback at the USC?" And I'm like, "I don't even play football. They're gonna have a really bad year."
Here's another question:
If you imagine just seeing me warming up on the field, dude, straight with my gut out, you're like, "Oh, this is gonna be a bad year."
Here's another thing with this: is like I'm curious to see, and I wonder if it'll come out. It should come out because they're not children. All these the people they're adults. The people, so it's not like they're high school kids. These are adults of college age, so the stuff can come out. I'm curious to see if all these people that were bribed into the school, how many of them dropped out? How many of them failed out? Because if you think about it, again, when you think of scholarships and stuff, you have a finite amount you could give out. There's only every school gets. This is how many you have.
It's true, and they're still going to track your fucking progress.
Of course, they have to. So how many of them failed out? How many of them wasted a spot? Because I guarantee you that if these kids needed this help, they weren't if they had to bribe the SAT thing, that means that these kids were getting 500s on their SAT.
Yeah, and if these kids are failing out, if the real legitimate athletes who get the scholarships are failing and people like juke their stats, at least they're also fucking running for 1,000 yards.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean? Like, we could talk about how unfair it is that these athletes get preferential treatment, but at least they got the scholarship because they can run for 1,000 yards. The college knew originally what the deal was. Look, DeAndre is not going to be probably the best student academically. If a guy has 3 apostrophes in his name, he's probably not going to be great in English.
A lot
class.
of criminal justice majors. Yeah. They're always criminal justice majors. Always.
But it's like, we get it, and that's fine as long as they can run for 1,000 years. But now they're just giving it for $500,000 to lumps of shit like me.
I know. It's ridiculous.
Imagine me just, how you, so you're at Yale now? Yeah, football scholarship.
What?
Really?
Are you a coach?
I'm in their coaching program.
Oh, okay, well, that makes
Instead of actually playing the game and becoming a coach, you just become a coach now. I played a lot of Madden, so I know how to execute plays.
Really good.
Coaches and others. More specifically, with respect to the SAT and ACT scheme,
This is bad.
numerous parents paid Singer between $15,000 and $75,000 to have
The
someone
people that
either-
paid 75 right now are like really
Wait.
pissed.
You only have to pay 15?
Exactly.
Well, maybe it's based on how low their score was.
Between 15 and 75,000, and somebody's going, like, wait a fucking minute.
Hold on.
Now
a
you're
second.
trying to call the guy, but it's going right to voicemail.
Some other actors are on the phone right now. So Brendan Fraser's calling this guy, going, "Hey, what the fuck, dude? What the fuck? I know that at the time I Georgia the Jungle money, but you don't fucking. I want my money back, dude."
Yeah, seriously. You think I'm still getting good residuals on Encino, man? Help a nigga out. Or Monkey Bone.
What was the one where
You got that Monkey Bone
fucking
money?
Monkey Bone reference?
God, the 2000s were just a weird
Where,
time.
where was the one where he was in a bunker his whole life, and then he came up to like the crazy early in the late 90s?
Was Encino Man 2?
No.
But they really just took the same plot.
It did, yeah. But you remember what I'm talking about?
No, I remember Bewitched though. Remember that one? My ex used to love that movie.
No, not
Bedazzled.
Bedazzled.
Yeah.
You know, that wasn't bad. I thought it was funny. I mean, I don't know if it holds up. I guess if I were to watch it now, it probably wouldn't be great. There was a time there we thought Austin Powers was hilarious. Have you watched
Blast
it?
from the Past, everyone
Blast from the Past. Thank you.
said. Which is basically Encino Man.
That was a test. Anybody that knew that reference is banned. We don't want any Brendan Fraser fans here.
Somebody said with Alicia Silverside. I think you mean Silverstone.
Yeah, Silverstone.
Alicia
Silverside.
Silverside. Whatever, close enough. Yeah, remember that movie with Alicia Silverchair?
And Brendan Franchise? They're real good.
It's a good movie, man. Remember that guy, Sean Astin Martin? That guy was awesome too. He was in,
Sean Astin Martin.
he was in Reseda Man,
Reseda.
starring Brody Stevens as the caveman. I used to throw baseballs, well, and then you hung yourself.
Oh, fuck. Someone goes Alicia Silverfish.
She was fuckable though, man. I always want to fuck Alicia Silverfish.
Her peak was Clueless, though, right?
Yeah, but even when she got a little chunky, like she could still.
But you remember Paul Rudd was in Clueless, and as like her stepbrother, he looks exactly the same, and she is aged like a potato. Like it's completely aged terribly.
It is weird.
Yeah.
And Paul Rudd was like 40 in Clueless.
I know. He was the older stepbrother.
Yeah, he was like 55 in Clueless.
So, we have to finish it.
What are they doing? What are they putting in themselves, right? That has to
Baby plasma.
Like the foreskin baby plasma stuff has to be real, right?
I think it is. I mean, I know that
because it's a coincidence that all these fucking A-listers just don't age.
You could go to South America right now, and you could look it up. This is real, where they will inject you with a 19-year-old bone marrow, like from a 19-year-old.
Yeah,
you get your bone marrow replaced. Like
and I wasn't kidding about the baby plasma back in the day. There was
you're
rumors that it was in Japan that you could go. It was almost like that hospital in the fucking Hitman video game, and you can get. No, seriously,
I'm just thinking of it now.
There are like secret clinics like that in Japan, like up in the mountains, and like. The super elite can go and get fucking baby plasma.
Everything is sterilized with glass doors. You're right. It's just really weird.
Yeah, and you can only get there by fucking helicopter, and that's where like these fucking Texas billionaires who chain smoke can just go get like baby lungs put into their body. It's like
baby lungs would be so tiny though.
Whatever, same thing.
It's hard to breathe.
Yeah, but they'll grow.
Sorry, I have baby lungs.
Yeah, they'll grow though. You know what I mean? You still want the baby lungs.
You're right. They'll grow into them.
Exactly. You just have to take little breaths. You still have two of them. I mean, there's a lot of people that survive with one lung. Having two baby lungs is like having one lung, and then it'll grow over time.
We call them Joey Baby Lungs.
Yeah, Joey Baby Lungs. You get some in an igloo Kool-Aid, brings them out.
So, hey, bro, let's just finish this, please, and we'll go to break.
Take the exam for their child, or to correct their child's answers afterward.
Who the fuck wants Aunt Becky taking the exam for them?
She's also stupid.
To achieve a sufficiently
Who was
high...
the second president of the United States? John Stamos? My co-star from Full House.
Stamos.
Pre-agreed score on those tests. Singer accomplished this by
being Jewish. That's it. Granted, all he says, Singer accomplished this by being Jewish.
Also, he's being found not guilty by reason of being Jewish. He couldn't help himself, Your Honor.
Gavel, gavel, gavel.
They just can't help themselves from scheming and scamming. It's just in their nature.
Defendant Mark Riddell, also charged today, to take or correct the exams, and by bribing two exam administrators, defendants Nikki Williams and Igor Dvorsky.
Oh, fuck, put him out on blast.
To allow this to happen on their watch. Singer paid Williams about $5,000 per student, and Dvorsky about $10,000 per student.
Again, somebody's getting a better deal here.
To facilitate the scam, Singer counseled parents to take their children to a therapist and get a letter saying that because of purported learning disabilities or other issues, the child needed additional time to complete the ACT or the SAT.
Bro, this is going to This is so bad. And I'm going to say this
That's
right
medical fraud. Now, this a lot of stuff go. When this started as I thought this was going to be a funny story about Aunt Becky getting caught new,
I
but
know.
this is fucking legit a problem.
now. This is This is going to be like a fucking national scandal.
These
This
are the
is-
only
and-
ones they've
and
caught so far.
There's going to be more.
There's going to be
there's gonna
other
be more.
colleges. You're right. You're absolutely right.
I want these colleges to all get sued out of existence.
How amazing would that be? This is the downfall. This is what fixed the college system.
By the way, if you're watching this and you got kids, send them to that ITT Tech. Send them to that
Technical college.
Yeah, wherever they teach you how to fucking become a boat mechanic or some
Yep.
shit, or a plane mechanic. Go do that.
Even a car mechanic. If you're a good car
even a
mechanic,
car
you can make money.
But I'm saying, like, if you look at some of those, like the courses, it's like an extra $20,000 to take the airplane mechanic one, and trust me, you're never gonna want for work.
Oh yeah, I have an actual friend who's in South Florida who's a boat mechanic. Guy makes hand over fist. I'm talking couple grand a year. And when I ask him, well, how is it any more difficult than being a car mechanic? He goes, it's actually easier. He goes, but the thing is, it's not. It's such a high demand, and there's like 10 boat mechanics. You could get paid really well being one, at least down here.
Once the companies that administer those exams had agreed to the extra time, Singer arranged for the child to take the exam individually with one of the proctors he had bribed, or one of the administrators he had bribed.
I was so sad that I missed college, like back in the day, because you do feel a loss when you don't go to a college. And it's like, as I got older, I was like, fuck, dude, I totally avoided getting fucking scammed. It's all a fucking scam. What?
It's the TV. It's a smart TV fucking update or some
The
shit.
TV was just telling you that if you had that TV, you can get money for a
Yeah,
class
that's
action.
weird, right?
It's a very weird delivery method.
I'm gonna figure it out.
Yeah, let's get a new TV.
Yeah, why not? But you're, but you know you're right. It's the same. It's the same people that look down at college is the biggest scam to begin with. So let's start with that. But it's the same people that are talking down to you, that are telling you you're an idiot because you didn't go to school. Mike, I had a very similar experience to you when I was younger. I went to a community college, you know, and I remember telling my parents, just a dick back then. I'm like, why didn't you guys save enough money? I really wanted to go to a real college, even though my fucking grades were terrible. So I was being
And
a
you would
dick.
have wasted their money.
And I would have wasted their money. I mean, I would have wasted all of it. And I was like, why didn't you send me, you know, why didn't you send me to college? I wanted to have a college life and blah, 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 blah. And they're both laughing at me because, you know, neither one of my mom did end up going to college when she was older, but neither of them went to college, and they're all working these, like, working stiff jobs, and they're like, fuck you. Like, fucking go to I had to work at Burger King. And with the money I made at Burger King, I had to pay for my community college. And I never even finished it. I would have wasted their money.
No,
oh
yeah,
my
same
God, you're
thing
right.
for
I would have
me.
wasted it.
I look back and I'm like, God, I'm glad I'm not fucking still paying that shit off.
Yeah, there's some people that are $200,000.
Either at a location in Houston or a location in California. Beyond the SAT and ACT scam, parents also paid Singer money that he then used to bribe coaches and administrators to designate their children as recruited athletes for various schools. In return for bribes, coaches would use slots that their schools had allocated to them for the recruitment of athletes, instead to take the applicants Singer had identified. Singer worked with the parents to fabricate impressive athletic profiles for their kids, including fake athletic credentials or honors, or fake participation in elite club teams. In many instances, Singer helped parents take staged photographs of their children engaged in particular sports. Other times,
So they were doing photo shoots? Yeah, that's true.
What?
They were doing photo shoots of their kids playing. No, throw the football. Spiral the ball. You want to get into USC?
Do you know a good Photoshop guy? Could just Photoshop the ball spiraling really well. Do me a favor. Get a shot of Drew Brees throwing a football. And get me that football. Photoshop that into my kid's thing.
Who does CGI for Fuller House? Can I pay him off? He'll do it
Would be
for me.
another like $15,000.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Just do it.
Singer and his associates used stock photos that they pulled off the internet, sometimes photoshopping the face of the child onto the picture of the athlete.
I was
You
joking.
were joking.
I was
You were
kidding.
kidding.
I was kidding. I was joking.
Photoshop Aunt Becky's kid's face under Dwayne The Rock Johnson at University of Miami.
And submitting it in support of the applications for these children to elite schools.
Fuck, man.
In one example, the head women's soccer coach at Yale, in
What?
exchange for $400,000, accepted an applicant as a recruit for the Yale women's team, despite knowing that the applicant did not even play competitive soccer. The student was in
$400,000.
fact admitted, and afterward, the student's family paid Singer $1.2 million for that service. In addition to the standardized test scam and the college admissions scam, Singer also arranged for someone to take online high school classes in place of certain students, so that those students could submit higher grades as part of their overall college application packages. The parents' payments to Singer for these services were made, at least in part, as charitable contributions to the sham charity that Singer had set up.
Oh boy. Oh no. This is bad. This is gonna be bad. This is gonna go federal.
And they
This is
have
gonna
them
be
dead to
bad.
rights, because when you're publicly saying a sham charity, that means they go, no, it's a sham. We can prove it right now.
Yeah, they're
It's
not.
just-
They won't say that.
unless they.
They would have said suspects alleged to have run or shit. They're like this.
No, this is a sham charity.
They're laundering money. Yeah.
At his direction, employees of the charity sent Singer's clients acknowledgement letters, falsely confirming that no goods or services had been exchanged for the purported donation. This enabled the parents to not only mask the true nature of the payment, but also take the tax write-off at the end of the year.
By the way,
They were getting tax write-offs.
yeah, they're, oh no, I've already. This is going to be RICO. This is going to be federal. This is going to be money alone. They're not playing. He already said at the beginning, defrauding the U.S. government.
Wow.
By the way, I just looked up college admission scandals. One of the top videos. Faces of students photoshopped onto athletes' bodies as part of the college. I was joking. I was literally making a joke about, wow, he's hopeless. Just put his face on Drew Brees and
then-
call it a day.
And they really were doing it. They really were.
Today, we have charged 33 parents nationwide with hiring Singer's group to defraud testing companies and/or various universities.
And I'll say this: these parents are scumbags, but at the same time, like, I kind of feel for them. It's your kid.
Yeah.
You want your kid. Like, I'm not condoning what they did. Clearly, they need to be punished. But it's the organizers that I want to see really get fucking skull fucked into obscurity. The parents, it's like, look, that is something I think almost any parent in the world, if somebody said, hey, you want to give your kid a little head start, you know what I mean? You probably would write the check if you had the money. So I'm hoping that the parents all just flip on these other people and ruin their lives. I hope they get 33 people who come in and immediately start cooperating and go, all right, let's ruin this Singer guy's life.
These parents are a catalog of wealth and privilege. They include, for example, CEOs of private and public companies, successful securities and real estate investors, 2 well-known actresses, a famous
Wow.
fashion designer, and the co-chairman of a global law firm. Based on the charges unsealed today, all of them knowingly conspired.
Oh, shit.
with
What
Singer.
if that dude loses his fucking law license? That's what I mean. This shit's going to be so far.
No, you're
reaching.
right. Yeah,
This
yeah.
is like, and by the way, can I just say something? All of these people, leftists.
Oh,
So
yeah,
I don't
everyone.
care. This is
Let 'em
it's
all.
just less votes for fucking Bernie next year.
At least 33 less votes for Bernie.
Sorry, don't bitch next time.
and others to help their children either cheat on the SAT or ACT and or buy their children's admission to elite schools through fraud. Singer's clients paid him anywhere between $100,000 and $6.5 million for this service.
Who's the guy that paid $6.5 million? How dumb was
He's
your
furious.
kid? How
He's-
dumb was your child?
His child's probably one of those that's like sells oxy
All
at
right,
school.
so, we
crashed 2 Porsche 911s already.
We're going to do the full package for this one, which includes the Facebooking, the SAT, ACT, the retard letter, the high school admission stuff.
Well, so your kid, he's got a little bit of a pudgy face. We're gonna have to make it work on the
Small.
Photoshop.
Just
So
said
that's
it.
an extra couple $100 right there.
Used car salesman. You're going to want the Platinum Plus package. Now, that includes everything.
Though the majority paid between $250,000 and $400,000.
Still a
per
lot of
student.
money.
This case is about the widening corruption of elite college admissions through the steady application of wealth combined with fraud. There can be no separate college admission system for the wealthy, and I'll add that there will not be a separate criminal justice system either.
So that was pretty much the. They are fucked city. This is. I hope this is just step one. If you think that there was only one guy doing this, you're wrong. There has to be. Would you say at least a dozen?
Oh yeah.
Maybe a dozen other singers out there that are doing this very same thing. These are the ones that they caught. They got one person doing this. Somebody probably rolled over. Somebody probably snitched. Who knows? But this is happening. This is happening.
And
So-
these people are basically rich limousine liberals who basically tell you how to live your lives while fucking your kids out of their futures. That's
Yeah.
it. And
Right.
that's why I have no respect. That's why I always laugh when these people go, "It's wrong. It's so wrong." And I'm like, "What is? Everything you do is wrong."
I think unless your kid needs something very specified, like if your kid's going to become a doctor, obviously they need to go to college. There's some stuff that I understand why you do need an education. You just can't go and be a freelance doctor. I'm not that crazy libertarian. As long as you know what you're doing, you can let anybody operate on you. Like, calm down. But there's a lot of parents that have been pushing their kids to go to college. So while you're sitting there and you're putting them in debt for the rest of their lives, $200,000 in debt, why don't you just tell them, hey, why don't you go to community college? Hey, guess what? Did you know? Here's a little pro tip for the young listeners. You don't have to go to that college to go to the parties.
No, I used to sell weed.
Yeah.
No, I'm not kidding. I had a full-time job, and I sold marijuana when I was like 19, 20.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to go to everything. I also dabbled in some other, like I was one of those guys that could procure whatever you
Jack
needed.
of all trades, if you would.
And you know what? I fucked a lot of college puss. I woke up on a lot of dorm room floors. I had all the fun of it. I just didn't get the going to class stuff.
Yeah, fuck that.
I went to a job and then I made like $10 an hour. I made $12 an hour at the IRS, and then when I did overtime, I had $18 an hour.
Nice.
And then I would get out of work, and then I would just go sell drugs as a college kid. Yeah, and I was like, all right, I'll take that.